After Hugo leaves, Lidocaon goes silent, as if lost in his memories.
Worry not. Mastery of my skills will come in time. But there's something more important I would like to teach you. Something about faith.
Does a phantom thief even need faith?
They need a leap of faith.
Of course. What else would we fight for?
For wealth, fame, and power to stand at the top so nothing and no one can imprison us. Isn't that what everyone desires? Or perhaps by faith, do you mean something asinine and empty, like justice, dreams, or friendship? Hilarious. Grow up, Lycon. It's time to let go of your naive fantasies of being some almighty savior.
You just don't get it.
Yeah.
All right, enough squabbling. What I'm trying to teach you is very simple. I may not walk the path of justice, but I do not walk the path of evil.
Oh my god, he is the great Jedi.
There's too much injustice in this world. And there are times when it becomes necessary to right those wrongs with unconventional methods. Taking lives, however, is out of the question. Life is a precious gift, one that nobody has the right to steal. No one should have the authority to judge whether another lives or dies. Keep that in mind.
I will.
You don't seem convinced, Hugo.
As you mentioned, this world is unjust.
True.
That's why we must strive to bring fairness to this world. Those who cause harm should face consequences, just as those who take lives should. But not all lives hold the same value. Sometimes, you may need to eliminate one if it means saving more.
You're too proud. Your pride may lead you astray.
I have my own path and beliefs, Jack. I'll determine for myself what's fair and unfair.
Hey, watch your mouth. If it weren't for Jack, you'd be dead already.
The Empire.
You're a smart kid, Hugo. Skilled too. You could easily take the life of a sinner. However, what if one day you found out you were wrong? What if that so-called sinner were innocent? Could you bring them back to life?
I wouldn't make that mistake.
Ooh.
To err is human. Everyone is bound to make mistakes. It's good you are open with your thoughts. I just don't want your troubled past to weigh you down. Because your hatred doesn't define you. It only eats away at you.
Yo, you okay?
What's wrong, Lycon? You've been quiet for a while now.
My apologies, Master Proxy. I was just reminded of some past memories. Before Hugo and I founded Mockingbird, we had a mentor, Jack. He took us under his wing when we were in dire straits, imparting his skills and life lessons. But Hugo didn't agree with his viewpoints. Perhaps our paths were always fated to diverge.
What caused your split with Hugo?
Okay, I'll admit. I've been itching to ask. Why did you two split up?
Mockingbird, faced numerous triumphs, but also setbacks. And one of them was a disastrous one. Hugo. You...
Me?
Was this you?
So what if it was?
Have you gone crazy? Have you been planning this all along? You'd bury all these lives in the name of vengeance?
Damn.
They deserve to die. Especially my so-called father. I I should have killed him a long time ago. It
What?
really... You know what, Lyca? There's some people whose only purpose in life is to bring more suffering into this world. Sometimes murder is what brings justice back into this world. And for that, I must stain these hands in blood.
Enough! I can't trust anything you say anymore. I'm leaving Mockingbird, now!
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Anywhere. Someone from the Mayflowers got in touch with me before.
Are you mad? You know what those hypocrites in city administration are like. They're no different from tops. We fought them together all this time, and now you're leaving to serve as their lapdog.
Fine.
Are you going to turn your back on Mockingbird?
The mayor is different from the others. But it doesn't matter. I'm not going to even try convincing you. As your friend, I'll give you one last piece of advice. Please, stop here. Otherwise, the day will come where your hatred and ambition will consume you.
Nope.
My apologies, Master Proxy, that you had to hear such an unpleasant tale.
Oh, it was somewhat cool.
Hugo came from a powerful family, and his relationship with them was always strained, especially with his own father. So much so that Hugo wanted to personally put an end to him. After shouldering a mountain of injustice, Hugo ran away from home. That's when Jack and I met him. And that setback that Mockingbird suffered turned out to be intimately connected to his family. I had thought it was just a normal mission, when in fact he was plotting revenge. He took advantage of me and everyone else there. I do not mean to pass judgment on him and his decision, but I refuse to accept a partner who is willing to trample over other people's lives for their own desires. Perhaps his family left a mark on him that continues to influence him to this day. In any case, Hugo still has the sacrifice core. We should contact the mayor to plan our next moves.
All goes through immediately.
A pleasure to speak with you again. Lycon has already filled me in on Mockingbird stealing the sacrifice core. I'll deal with it.
Is there anything we can do to help?
Anything else we can do to help? I mean, we didn't manage to complete our mission.
No. You've done well. It's just not appropriate for you to get involved in what's to come.
We've been through far more dangerous situations. Plus, we've dealt with Mr. Mockingbird before. So maybe we could help you.
Really, I appreciate your kindness. It's just... Very well. Seeing as you're all people I know I can trust, I'm going to be frank. Not long ago, I received a letter declaring criminal intent.
Sir.
What?
Lycon, I know you don't want to place them in danger. I feel the same way. However, I believe they deserve to know the truth. That letter threatened to use a sacrifice to take vengeance against the entire city of New Eridu.
Vengeance?
What do you mean by vengeance?
I believe the person, or the organization, who sent the letter is planning to use the sacrifice to mount a large-scale attack against the city. Everything we've uncovered so far seems to support this hypothesis. As you know, the sacrifice's true power is a mystery and cannot be controlled if anyone attempts to use it as a weapon.
Yo, we gone straight terrorism.
This is no small issue. If this gets out, it'll send the public into a panic. Please promise me you'll keep things confidential.
Yo, then let us help out.
Then let us help out. We can do our part too.
But It's like I said before. It'll be too dangerous for you. Whichever way you look at it, you're still citizens of New Eridu, and as mayor, it's my duty to protect you. Plus, Carol would be furious with me if I put you in danger. If she were still around. Anyway, I'm not at liberty to discuss this matter any further. Please rest assured that we will handle things properly as the administrative authority of New Eridu.
That's right, Master Proxy. Please trust us.
So that'll be all for today. Goodbye for now.
TFN. Well, although the mayor and Liticon seem reluctant to let us get involved in this matter, we can investigate on our own. That's right. If the warning letter is true, this is a major issue concerning the safety of New Eridu. Sacrifice, Exaltus, Bringer. There might be a deeper secret behind all of this, and it could even be related to our teacher. No matter what, we can't just sit back and do nothing. But before that, let's find some time to discuss our tactics properly. But for now, let's call it a day. Feels like too much has happened. By the way, did you notice that Hugo's Mockingbird disguise is just a mask? I noticed. Sounds a lot like a certain classic character's glasses. Enough jokes. Let's take some time to rest. Yo, like we didn't see that coming. After a sweet, refreshing sleep, you feel rejuvenated. Belle, let's discuss how we're going to investigate the Exaltus. Let's start by investigating Bringer. Yes, I agree. The Commissioner's hasty closure of the case is a bit suspicious. We should definitely find Jin Yuan and get more information first. Let's go investigate PubSec. I'll leave it to you then. Come back soon. I'll gather some information on the internet. God.
I'll have to work overtime to finish this mission report.
Oh. Yo, it's Jay's wife.
You're here.
Oh, it's you. What can I do for you? I wanted to ask about Bringer. You saw the news, I'm sure. The Commissioner closed the case, citing personal misconduct. I already found it strange and wanted to investigate further, but there's been a lot of obstacles. It's as if there's a hidden force that doesn't want me to get involved in this matter any further. Sounds suspicious. Yes, but it could also be my sensitive position. As far as I know, after the case was closed, the items left behind by Inspector Bringer were all sent to HoYoverse Special Operations for processing. However, those items were have already been screened within the Bureau, and there's nothing suspicious about them. If you're still worried, you can also go there later and ask. Also, my colleague at PubSec, most of us have worked with Inspector Bringer to some extent, so they might know something. I would love to investigate with you, but I've been busy lately. There's an organ trafficking case recently, and some other odd missing persons cases as well. No worries, I'll investigate on my own first. Alright, just let me know if you have any questions. Hello, how can I help you? How did you know Bringer? You mean Inspector Bringer? Oh no, he's not Inspector anymore. I'm not very familiar with him, but I did help organize the things he left behind. Looking at it now, I guess they can be considered his estate. Is there anything special about them? Special? No, just very ordinary things. However, I heard from other colleagues that Bringer had a notebook he never parted with. But I couldn't find this notebook in his belongings. It's probably lost somewhere. Anyway, everything has been sent to HoYo Special Operations. I think it was Section 6. Maybe it's because the higher ups suspect there's a mole in PubSec. Ina. Did you know, Bringer? Ina, una. Ina, inu. And nuni. Inanumi ni. Inuni. Is there a problem, citizen? Do you know about Bringer? About Bringer? Wait, you're not a reporter, are you? No, I'm just curious citizen. Oh, good. Bosses told us not to talk about Bringer. Probably worried about reporters being careless with what they write. I really don't know why he turned out this way. He used to be such a good person. Many years ago, after he came out of a HoYo, his entire personality shifted. I thought it was because he was injured in the HoYo, or had witnessed something terrible. But that operation was very successful. He rescued many citizens from the HoYo and emerged completely unscathed. How strange. Do you have any other information? I remember now. Seems like Bringer's had memory issues for a long time. Always forgetting stuff. Back then, we even suggested he keep a diary or something. Though, I'm not sure if he ever listened to us. I don't know anything more about that than that. After inquiring around, you gather a lot of information about Bringer. You share this information with Xinyuan and agree to meet at HoYo Special Operations. Looks like I still need to check the items left by Bringer. I'll head to HSO now. Andale. Ooh. Nice.
Today's training.
Miyabi! You're here. Xinyuan has already told me about the current situation. We have already found all of Bringer's belongings. Nothing unusual so far. I heard he had a notebook. A notebook? I don't recall seeing one, but there are a few tape recordings. Our colleagues have already listened to these tapes. They're just routine messages, routine meeting minutes, and similar recordings. Nothing out of the ordinary. After carefully inspecting the tapes, you find one that feels different from the rest. It seems a bit heavier. Do you need to play these tapes again? There shouldn't be any need for that. These recordings have already been reviewed by both HoYo Special Operations and PubSec, so there shouldn't be any issue. There's one that's heavier than the other. Indeed, the weight of this tape is different from the others. Let's take a closer look. After carefully examining the special tape recording, you discover that there seems to be an encrypted message within. I see. This must be the reason for its weight. But how can we decipher it? I can try to crack it. Then we'll leave it to you. Let's do this thing. Boom. Can't have it. You did it, as expected. Looks like there's new content that can be played on the tape now. That's interesting. I didn't know secret information could be hidden this way. What secret? Sudoku wants to know. Jinyuan, are you nervous? I don't know, but I have a bad feeling about this. After all, he put so much effort into hiding it. There might really be an answer inside. Yo, let's listen to it now. You're right. No matter what, I have to face the truth.
All right, let's get started.
Except that Bringer Left Behind starts playing.
I'm probably not getting out of this hollow, but at least this tape recorder still works. Let's say these are my last words. I gave away my anti-corruption equipment to save those civilians, so I'm not in good shape. Unfortunately, we came up against a horde of Ethereals right after that. I rushed over to fight them off and tried to save the civilians, but in the thick of all the fighting, I turned back and realized that I was somehow alone. Nobody was behind me. Luckily, I managed to defeat the Ethereals, but the wounds and corruption I sustained in doing so should be fatal.
But
I don't mean to cast the blame at all here, and if any of my colleagues ever pick up this cassette, I hope that nobody is ever held accountable. It's just human nature. It's normal. I just have a few regrets.
I didn't get to eat a Dodger dog. Yo, I didn't get to try on that new pantsuit. And yo, I didn't get to use my brand new catchphrase. Still bringing it.
Oh, what's that over there?
You hear a long, raspy, creepy noise.
I've seen a miracle. Yes, that thing is right. So long as humanity is in constant conflict against the Hollows, we'll never be able to grasp true power. Only by embracing everything. It's the only way. Only by embracing this power can everyone survive. Oh, Creator, please grant me this!
Who knew that's what he was after? Unlimited mustard. Unlimited mustard. The room is left in a complete silence as the cassette finishes playing. Jinyuan in particular looks crestfallen. Are you okay, Jinyuan?
Are you okay, Jiyuan? Don't be so sad.
Thanks. I'm okay. It's just, even though we had our suspicions, now that everything is out in the open, I can't help but feel a little... Well, at least now I know the reason why he changed.
What did Bringer see during the recording? Whatever it was, he called it a miracle.
Yeah, so what was it?
I saw the mission report from that incident. Bringer emerged from the Hollow unscathed, completely free from injury or corruption. Plus, I remember him rescuing a few civilians and walking out of the Hollow together with them.
But if that's the case, then it's at odds with the audio we heard. Which one is the true version of events?
It's possible that both are true.
I was about to make that joke.
Like if Bringer actually met a real god that completely healed his body and helped him save the others.
And that's why his mood changed so much. Why he started believing the Exaltists. Because he witnessed a miracle.
That sounds like a reasonable speculation at this point.
But it still exceeds the limits of what we know.
No, this seems like some hardcore anime boat stuff I don't understand.
In any case, it's a clue that ultimately points to the Exaltists. I'll keep pulling this thread and see where it leads.
I never expected the investigation to lead to this. But what exactly are the Exaltists plotting? Regardless, time to head back to the video store and rest for a bit. Then, I'll think about the next steps.